Sealed in my shadows is a soul that keeps coming. There on the early rise, catching a train with a spark in the eye. Could you teach me, oh baby, baby? Could you teach me, oh baby, baby? It's time to keep on going. Broken spirit, I like to keep it going. Oh baby, baby, oh baby, baby, it's time to keep it going. Now I have a little thing to tell you. Items of interest, bombs and propaganda. Items of interest and bombs and propaganda. Do you understand me now? Do you understand me now?
Alright. We did it. We did it.
Well,
There's Tobias.
thank you for that gentleman that was just here singing that beautiful song for us.
Gentleman?
Yeah,
The
man.
gentleman?
You know, he does
Hey,
the dishes.
you missed a lamp. You missed
Oh
one.
my fucking god.
The
I
one
sure
behind
did.
you.
Excuse, you know, and by the way, the last show, I'm sorry, we got a little fancy with
The sound card and
the
everything.
sound card and the
Yeah.
sound effects, and the sound sucked on the last episode. It was great.
Yeah,
but
we
we just wanted to go back to old school.
Yeah, folks said they couldn't hear you.
Back to just straight up
Couldn't hear
hooked
you
up to
well.
the Marshall. You
Right.
don't need nothing else. Right?
Let's watch him. Let's watch him as he turns it on. So hot. Oh.
Oh! Boom!
Alright.
Boom!
No. What if I don't want
Get the fuck
to?
right up here.
What if I don't want to come closer?
No, you getting closer.
What if I don't want to?
You don't have a choice.
What if I don't want to?
We're gonna come get you.
Yeah.
We're gonna come get you.
You know who else is gonna come get you?
Who?
The vampires.
Fuck you.
Right. Well, I just wanted to add one thing. Today happens to be the day the novel I Am Legend was published in 1954, August 7th. And I did not know this, folks. I had no prior knowledge of this. However, for some reason, I was thinking of that novel today because I read it years ago. My brother had me read it. And I thought to myself, I want to look that up. Look up the summary and read over it because I thought I might mention it. So I looked it up online, and lo and behold, it said August 7th, 1954 is when it was published. And when I looked at the calendar today, August 7th. I had no idea. I had impeccable timing. I picked the right day and the right time to mention it. And you, mister, you mentioned something unbeknownst to me that people have been bringing up that novel. They've been talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why might that be?
Well,
It's about a pandemic. It's a story about a pandemic.
man, you can't get caught up in the hype.
No. I agree. I agree. However, there's an overwhelming parallel between that story, and people are starting to see a correlation between the story and what's happening now. Events that have unfolded now.
I always stick to my original classic, and it's Go Fuck Your Mother.
I was about to say go fuck yourself. I thought you were going to say that.
Yeah, I say go fuck your
Go
mother.
fuck your mother.
Yeah, why don't you go fuck your mother?
All right.
and I'll slap the shit out of you.
Right.
And because you was like I told you, man. You remember before all this shit went down, we was in this everybody was about the sensitivity shit,
I know.
and
Yeah.
like everybody's soft and you can't hurt
Right.
nobody's feelings. That train wrecked a long time
Long
ago.
time ago.
No, we down to the nitty gritty now.
It's gonna
That
get
shit,
rough.
but people still live in that
It's
mentality.
gonna get rough.
But I never lived in that. Look, I've always been on the down and outs.
Right.
And the only way I get through this world is just doing it. And there's no hard feelings, but I'm gonna tell you what I think.
Right.
But that sensitivity shit's out the window.
Right. It's.
Because people think they can say anything to you. That's why I said I'll
Right.
tell you straight up, motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
Meet me in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate to be that way.
Right. Sanford
But
had to do that.
I'm just trying to I'm just trying to get through this world.
Sanford had to do that last week.
Did he?
He did.
What happened?
He really did. And he got a knife stuck in his bird wing. He did. He got a little mouthy. Yeah, they were trying to steal his millet. He was in the parking lot. He was ready to leave. And somebody tried taking his millet. Don't overlook this. Don't overlook this. This is a family matter, and you're just going to move on to your little items of interest? I'm sick of that. I'm sick. Okay, anyway, he's fine. He went to the ER, he's fine. He was there for 6 hours, he's fine. Because he had to wait. We're done. This is the price you have to pay to get millet. You're always talking about how things have changed. We're not living in the old times now. Yeah, we're not living in the old days. That's what you say.
Millet, man.
Yeah, he's pissed. He tried to get millet.
Help it.
And he almost got mugged. Okay, alright, let's move on. Let's move on. I'm sick.
Gaffney, former South Carolina deputy of the sheriff's department, was charged of inappropriately touching a woman, then exposing himself. Shelby Todd was his name. 2nd-degree assault, battery, and indecent exposure. Great job.
Shelby Todd,
Great,
Sanford.
great. Shelby Todd. You know
If
what?
hear him right now, he knows who
You
Shelby
know what,
Todd
Shelby
is.
Todd?
Yeah.
You set the bar so high.
Right.
Like, you're a hero to the people. And I hope the Gaffney tribe really holds you close to their hearts, because you're out there swinging dick, brother, and you're putting it on their shoulder. I love it. Do it, bro.
Right, and it.
Public citizen, you go above and beyond. You're like, here's some free meat. He's manscaped.
Right.
More than likely, if he's doing something.
And if you.
It's just.
If you
he's just like, hey, you know what? How's
Sure.
my dick look?
Sure, yeah, okay.
He's very honest.
Yeah, he's like, does it look bigger now that I shaved?
He's like, does it?
Yeah, does it?
Like, you see how I shaved ZZ Top into it?
Yeah, okay, sure.
You
did that?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't.
By the way,
But Shelby did.
I know, folks, you might hear him or you might not hear him, but Sanford knows who Shelby Todd is. He knows who that motherfucker is. And he's also part of the millet racket.
Oh, man. Man, we're going to get your motherfucking ass some millet.
Yeah,
I swear,
you know.
I'm going to fucking rob somebody. for
Yeah,
some
I mean,
millet.
high quality green. High quality green.
He don't like his honeycombs? He done ate them already?
Can't be. He actually tore
Has
into them.
has he eaten
Do you
all
know?
those
I think I
honeycombs?
saw him at 4 in the morning eating
Did
that
he
thing.
eat all of them?
He ate one whole honeycomb
So they're gone.
thing. No, he's got another.
Well, what the fuck? Give him another.
Yeah, well,
I'm on borrowed time.
You're on borrowed time.
Because I gotta find
You're on borrowed
That's
time.
to distract him until I get
Sure.
the millet.
Yeah, okay.
But I gotta find the cartel to get the millet.
Right, okay.
And it's just been a busy week, but just distract him. And then I get the millet, he'll just be like, boom, he would never know nothing happened.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try. I'm starting Monday.
Got
But I
that.
got the
Yeah.
dentist on Tuesday, so I'm gonna be doing a lot of running around. I'm gonna scoop him up some millet while I'm doing that running around, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna try.
You
But
think?
distract him.
Right.
But last time they had no millet.
Right.
That's how I got all
Okay.
that weird shit for him. You know, that
You think?
swing and.
You think he gives a fuck about your dentist? He'll talk to
You
your
think
dentist
I
on
give a
Tuesday.
fuck about the dentist? But the only thing is
Right.
I don't. I
Right.
need my teeth.
Yeah,
this
you
is the
do.
money maker.
Yeah, we need our teeth.
That you gotta have
We
a good
need our
smile.
teeth.
Dude, you gotta have good
Big
teeth
time.
because that gets you through the world. If you got fucked
Yeah,
up,
it
jacked up
does.
teeth, nobody's gonna respect you.
Mm-mm.
So I gotta have a dentist look at that shit.
Right.
So I'm trying to hang on to what I
Right. Of course. Get your little teeth
But, you
cleanings
know.
too. You gotta get your little teeth cleanings, folks. And, get them cleaned. I don't mean to be your
got.
mom or
You know,
anything.
it's a rough
but,
and tumble life, man.
gotta
Well,
take care of it.
Wait a minute. This is the true test. Will I die? Is this becoming a zombie apocalypse? I don't care. I'm here, motherfucker.
Right. So that kind of goes back. That goes back to what we mentioned earlier about the story by Richard Matheson, because he was talking about this. It wasn't a zombie apocalypse, but his story influenced Night of the Living Dead, and it's a similar concept of how humanity at large is turning. And somebody made them turn. Somebody did no, made everybody turn. And now they're all, they're eating each other. They start, Jimmy starts looking at Timmy and he's thinking, I'm gonna have dinner.
No, I want to go to the board.
Yeah,
I
let's
want
talk
to go to the board. All right.
Tobias.
Tobias,
Okay.
I want to hear what you got to say about this. Well, I don't know, but I'm scared.
Scared? What is he scared of?
I'm scared.
Your coke addiction? Are you scared of that? You should be. Tobias.
I'm scared.
Tobias, I love you. I really do. You need to get your shit together.
Get your shit together.
Get it together.
I'm trying to get my shit together, but I'm in love
Okay.
with
Okay.
Sloth.
Sure. Okay.
What's his name?
He doesn't even have a name. That sloth doesn't even have a name.
Sloth?
You don't
What do
even
you
know.
think about this?
You don't even know that sloth's name. Yeah, that's right. He nodded out. And then, what you could do, Tobias, is you could be a decent citizen, like Daniel over there,
Yeah, Daniel, what's up, brother? We already know your business.
and be a barista. You could be a barista.
He's the best barista
Yeah.
this side of the Mississippi. This side of the Mississippi.
Look at his face.
Look at his fucking face.
Look at the fake smile.
Look at that fucking dude.
Look at the
He
fake
will have
smile.
you a latte,
That's
2 snaps in the fucking shake, baby.
You know what it is? His face speaks of all the dreams
Sure does.
that he pissed down the drain.
Sure does. Sure does.
Yeah.
He'll be the
He did
manager.
it.
He'll be the manager one day.
He did it because he drank so much coffee.
But it's his passion, baby.
his
And you
passion.
gotta love passion. That's what we can be. With passion, you just do things to do things because you love it. And you're just gonna be the best at it.
Right.
And that's all you give a fuck about. And if you're gonna be that barista, if you're gonna be in that lifestyle, smoking that weed, or like reading some philosophy books and just baristing in your whole life, that's cool, man. Like,
Baristing.
but you like it because, man, they hook you up like the best.
Barista now.
Because they really
Yeah.
care about it. If that's your shit, that's your shit. That easy living, I'm all for it. But, I don't go in them places. I hang out in bars and shit. But
Oh my gosh.
they're like, my barista's a fucking war vet that serves like beer, at a bar. And then they got beer, whiskey,
Beer
and
whiskey.
box wine. What the fuck else you want?
Mhm.
You got some peanuts,
Peanut.
But that's cool. That's my kind of people. But baristas, do it, man. Do it.
Yeah.
Look at him. He
Look at.
looks good, man.
Yeah. He looks like he looks like he lost all hope, and he's living in denial. And you know what, folks? There's something to be respected
Goddamn
about
right.
that. You know, he sacrificed his dreams for coffee. He did it for coffee. So there you go. Sacrifice your dreams for coffee. Or whatever.
I don't know,
Or
man.
millet. Be like Sanford.
Coffee scares me.
Be like Shelby Todd.
Yeah.
Wheeling
Shelby
and dealing.
Todd,
Yeah, just
the legend.
wheeling and dealing millet.
Yeah, dude.
All day long.
Shelby Todd that fucking millet right on
Shelby
up.
Todd it over here. Shelby Todd it.
We'll fucking Shelby
right up.
Todd that shit. We'll
Yeah.
Shelby Todd it. Right over here.
Right
we'll
up your
fucking
butt.
hook your ass up.
All right. Oh my god.
Dude, did I mention that kid?
What
on
kid?
I told you I went to the gas station,
Okay.
and the kid was like, I like your style.
Yeah, you told me about him.
And
Yeah.
I was just buying like
Yeah.
a beer and some snacks. Like, what? I like your style. Where do you buy your clothes at? He said, you make me feel like I dress like a little boy.
Aw.
And I just looked at him and I've never seen him again, but I just looked at him and I was like, hey, whoa, man. Like,
Right.
because I was like, you cool the way you are, but
Right.
I was like, really?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, like, and I don't know. I was just looking at myself. I said, I don't know. I go to the thrift store. I said, you just wait till somebody from the 70s die and then you drive down there
You drive
and
down.
get their fucking clothes and fucking for like $5 you
Right.
can get a trash bag full of shirts and shit.
Yeah, true.
And I
Yeah.
said, I just live off the dead,
Yeah.
And he's like,
He's
what?
like,
And I was like, yeah, I don't know. It's just, when you don't have money, you kind of do that.
Right.
But I said, it's just so convenient.
It is. Right.
But like, I don't
The-
spend $50 for a shirt or
Clothes are
pants
cheaper,
and shoes. If you
right.
buy it new, I can't imagine. I will not spend that much money for clothes
No.
when
Me
I can
neither.
get it
No.
for like cheap.
No.
Because all I gotta do is cover my fucking body.
Right. And the other thing is,
That's it.
if you're like me, like, yes, I want to look nice. However, if I find a shirt that's really comfortable, let me tell you, no matter how raggedy it is, I'm gonna wear it because it's comfy. Like, I almost think that my comfortability is more. It weighs more important than anything else to me. So I have to be comfortable with what I'm wearing. Because why would you want to wear something that's constricting you or making you itch? You know how you put on a shirt and it's like, what is it, wool or something? And it makes you itch and you can't stand it?
Yeah.
Why would you want to go all day like that?
But
Right.
it's
Scary.
nice. You buy a nice.
Yeah.
You buy something nice once in a
Right.
while. Like you always got a nice like shirt.
Sure.
Or nice, like
Yeah.
I bought Calvin Klein pants and they were nice. And I
They
wore
are
the
good.
fuck out of them until the
They're
ass blew out of them. But you know what? It
They're
was
good.
worth that $75. That was the
Right.
best pants. But they wore out. But you buy a nice thing every now and then.
Right. And, I mean, it goes back to. I mean, I noticed this about my own grandmother. She, for so many years, let me tell you something. She kept the same clothes, right? But she took good care of her clothes. So she didn't go out and buy clothes all the time. Didn't have to. You just take care of your shit, right? So you don't have to keep going out and buying things. Take care of your wardrobe, in other words, right? And she always looked good. You know, she had the same clothes, but she always looked good. But that's how you do it, especially if you don't have a whole lot of money. You don't have a whole lot of dough.
Yeah, you ain't got the dough,
But
man.
you can still look decent.
But you know what
Right.
it is? It's how you rock it.
That's
what
what
we
I
say.
mean. She
It's
knew how to
you
rock it.
You
Right.
you can
She
wear
knew how to do it.
something like even if like you got some stains, like a dirty T-shirt, you
Right.
can still rock it in a certain way.
Of course. Yeah.
And if you know how to rock it, that's what we used to call it. You just gotta have that, like maybe you
Sure.
keep a little bit untucked in the back,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you keep the front tucked down, and you just, you gotta know how to rock it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we used to say. You take
Of
cheap
course.
clothes and you rock it.
Do
You
it.
do a little something to it.
Do it. All right.
Yeah, just do that shit. Because that's all you got to work with, so you better work it, baby.
Right. Would you like to do the game?
Because otherwise you get fucked up. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Now
Because
this is a long
fucking,
one.
they was mad back in the day. Back in the day, they'd
It might
fuck
be
you
long.
up if you wasn't walking straight.
All right.
I used to walk. No, let me tell you real quick,
Sure.
man. I probably already said this. When I got out of school,
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, even in the wintertime, I used to walk everywhere. I walked Cowan Falls. I walked all the way on the other side of town.
Right.
I'd even stop by and say hello to my mother, and then that's the halfway point. I kept walking, but coming out but I had to walk through the ghetto,
Mm-hmm.
and there'd be these kids.
Right.
Man, dude, this is old school. Where you would have to get in a fucking fight. They'd be waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be,
Oh, wow.
I remember me and Kobe used to walk that fucking walk.
Gotta be ready.
And when you'd hear them, and then you hear people whistling, calling you faggot, and you hear them coming up on you, and me and Kobe, I said,
No.
get ready.
Yep.
Get ready. And dude, this is what we do. And I remember that adrenaline, and what you do is you turn around, you knock the fuck out of them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And dude, but I remember the fear though, because these were
Right.
fucking grown ass kids.
Yeah.
Dude, we
God.
would fuck them up.
Right.
But that feeling, it's just like that's how we came up.
I know.
But it would be
Right.
I tell him, man, he was like me. I pick up
Right.
a fucking rock after I punch you, and I'll beat the shit out of you with
Right.
it. But I hated that feeling because all we was trying to do was get home.
And it keeps you restless too. It does.
You always had to be on your toes.
Yeah, it keeps you
But
restless.
Tommy used to tell me that's how he was like, but it's a shame it's still like that.
I know. It shouldn't be like that.
Well, I don't know what it is now. Fuck.
It shouldn't be like that.
I don't think it is. I don't know what it is
We're
now. I
about
don't
to
know
head
what
it
the fuck
that
they're
way. We might be
But
headed
I'll
that
whip the
way.
shit out of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, you might have to do it again. You never know. All right. You want to know what the story is?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
We
throw
went
you-
through a time warp.
Let's throw you into an alternate reality and let's hope this is not
Let's do it.
disappointing. Let's
No,
hope it's
no,
not
man. Let's
disappointing.
go. I'm buckled in.
You want me to
No.
get the mic?
Oh, yeah. You go.
You want me to have the mic
Yeah,
this
you
time?
go.
All right. Clear my throat here. Okay. So, you jump from your ex-wife's car after the brakes failed just in time to avoid plummeting into a nearby lake. Now you have approximately 13 hours to pick her up, your ex-wife, from her mom's house. But your Dodge is back at the house. Her 8-year-old son is currently waiting for you to get back. Her boyfriend is an unreliable piece of shit, so she still comes running to you to save the day, and you actually spend time with her son. If you can successfully pick her up after her sister's wedding, there's no telling you'll get any sympathy, pussy, but you just might luck out. So, here's the issue you encounter so far. You have a problem with your phone. And you're out in the middle of nowhere, and you got a problem with your phone, and you know how bad it is trying to get a signal. So you're in a bit of a spot, to put it lightly. You have to pick a number between 1 through 4 to figure out what's going on here with the phone.
3.
You sure? Ignored. It says ignored. You text the 8-year-old because Mama will be pissed. Alright, so you ended up texting her son back at the house. That's funny. Okay.
I'm
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's what you picked.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good move. I think that's a good move.
Right.
Because if it's a son of mine, he knows what to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's a good move. Yeah, we're a team. We're a team.
You're a
He knows
team.
what to do.
You're a team.
He knows Mama's going to get mad. We all know Mama's
So,
going to get mad.
all
He
right.
knows what to do. He's going to call my uncle or somebody. He's going to be like, look, man, we're in a jam.
We're in a jam. Right.
But nobody
So-
wants to make Mama mad.
No.
Everybody knows
Oh,
that.
no.
My son would know
Not
what to
these
do.
days, no.
If I had one.
Because you're walking on eggshells right now.
Yeah.
Okay? Because you
Yeah.
are an ex. Remember that.
Yeah.
That's your ex-wife.
I know.
Right.
But like I said, everybody
Alright.
knows the drill.
So, everybody knows. We hope. Okay?
No,
So-
it's a pretty good chance everybody knows the drill.
Now,
Or
Alright.
I'm really fucked,
So-
you know.
do you want to go ahead and move on with this, or do you want to know what your other possible choices were with the phone?
Yeah, let me go ahead and hear
So,
that.
you had the choice of 1, dead.
Mhm.
It just won't turn back on. Fuck. So that's 1. 2, no signal. You feverishly try to get a signal, but no luck. And then 4, confess. You text your ex to tell her the truth.
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't
do
do it.
Don't do it. I swear
Don't
to God.
do it.
I swear to God, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Go through the
this
trial.
time.
Go through
Okay.
the child and
All
say,
right.
I hate to do this, buddy, but can you do me
Now.
a solid and I'll give you like $20.
This part is called "Can I get an answer?" question mark. So you picked 3. You texted the son. So
Mhm.
let's move on.
That's the one.
All right. So it says, after texting the son, you get no reply. And now you're really starting to worry because he may be getting in trouble. You can just feel it. He's up to no good. He's unsupervised, alone, and he's likely raising hell.
That's my boy.
So there you go.
That's
You
my
didn't
boy.
get a reply yet.
That's
yet.
my boy.
So we don't know.
Watch him go.
We don't know if you'll get a
Watch
reply.
him go. That's my boy.
Right? He's 8.
Woo!
When you're 8, think
Yeah.
about it.
No, man, I remember 8.
Yep.
That's when I found out Valium controls time.
Okay. Now you want to know what the other outcomes were? If you had chosen the other numbers
Yeah, what happened?
of what if you would get an answer or not.
Uh-huh.
So if you picked 1 and your phone was dead, it says you toss the phone and immediately hoof it back to the road. You'll have to walk to your destination because you can't get any help. Now, do you walk back to your ex's house to check on the son, or do you walk to your house to get the Dodge? 'Cause you got a Dodge too. By the time you get back to your house, it will be dinner, and the boy's got to eat before he goes to sleep. So now you got to pick a number, 1 or 2, to decide on whether you're going to go back to your house or hers and check on the son. 1 or 2. You got to pick.
1.
You're going back to your house first to get the Dodge. Okay. That would be if you picked 1. Do you want to know where that rabbit hole would have led? Holy shit. Okay. So you're going back home. It says, this is quite possibly the most boring trek home. It's mind-numbing for the first hour. But if you go off-road, you begin to feel a great sense of adventure. It's dangerous. You are out in the middle of nowhere after all, and without a phone to call for help. But it's more fun and intriguing to go off-road. You can't flag someone down, but it doesn't matter anymore. You've accepted the imminent fact that you're gonna die, maybe sooner or later, but you're a rolling stone now. So what do you uncover in the woods? You gotta pick a number 1 or 2 to find out what you uncover in the woods. What do you
Sure.
find? So let's see. Let's turn the page. 2. A duffel bag. A duffel bag. You had a choice of a tent or a duffel bag. So you chose 2. It says, for the duffel bag, the first feeling you get is an unshakable apprehension to open this bag. And once you do, you see very quickly why you felt uneasy about it. Inside this bag are bloody clothes and dark hair and uh-oh, that's a hand. That's definitely a human hand. You immediately jump back and enter panic mode. Oh no, better get home quick. That's bad. Holy shit. It's better you didn't choose 1, because if you chose 1, this is where you would have headed. You would have went off-road, you would have went on a little adventure, and this is what you would have found. Now, if you picked the tent, and you happened upon the tent, you want to know what it would say?
I would end up in a duffel bag.
I don't know. It says, you discover an abandoned tent complete with a grill and campfire. There are dirty decaying clothes outside the tent.
Cannibals.
Inside of the abode, however, you find a journal presumably belonging to the former inhabitant. In it, this mystery person has detailed the end of civilization as though it were a prophecy. So there you go. Okay, so you would find a journal in a tent. Now, you didn't pick one. You didn't pick that.
Hell no.
No.
Fuck that, man. I found some hands and some
Didn't-
hair. I'm going to put it together a
Didn't pick
collection.
that. So,
Hell yeah, I'm going to get some reward money.
that would be if your phone was dead and you decided to just go on foot and you went off-road.
Yeah.
Okay? So, if you picked 2, if this is what you picked for your phone,
Mm-hmm.
says no signal. You feverishly try to get a signal, but no luck. So here's what would happen if you picked 2 and you can't get a signal. It says you can't get a signal, so you start walking. 15 minutes later, you get a call from a local number. But when you answer it, an old lady asks about a turkey dinner she requested. Bitch, I don't got time for this, is what you wanted to say. But you simply tell her she's got the wrong number. So there you go. That's awful. Very disappointing. All right. Now,
Yeah, that's right.
if you picked 4 instead of 3, you text your ex to tell her the truth. Now, here's what would happen if you did that. Once you tell your ex what happened, she falls silent on the phone. That's not good. She thinks you're lying to her and instantly begins harping about that chick she saw you with last week. You hang your head and grab your face. What a bitch. That's the situation you're in right now. You really need help and she doesn't believe you. That's not good. Not good. Okay, so we're moving on. We are moving on. Here's what it says. On the way home, you walk for 10 miles if you're headed home, but if you're headed back to your ex's, it's only 8. Either way, it is a long journey, and you're bound to have a story by the end of it, unless you get murdered or die stupidly in some accident. So, what do you encounter along the way? You picked 3. So we're going to figure out what happened, what you encounter along the way. Because the sun is the one you're concerned about right now. You try so hard to move fast. You're heading down the road, a nervous wreck, but after the first hour, you calm down significantly. At one point, a man stops for you and asks if you need a lift. But he's so high out of his mind and doesn't make any sense that you kindly decline. Everything about that man screamed, no. So you don't get a lift. because that could have been a disaster.
Mm-mm.
No, and you didn't get.
I don't want to get raped.
Yeah, you didn't get a text back yet either. So there you go. Now,
What a wonderful
what would what would have happened? What would have happened?
What a wonderful world. I love it. It's tremendous.
It's tremendous.
It's tremendous.
I like it.
It's fabulous. It's tremendous. Great.
What about but
everybody wants?
here's the thing,
Everybody wants.
if you
Everybody wants to live here. It's tremendous. Everybody wants in, but
right.
you know, we want. You know, fuck it. You know, come on in. I don't give a
So
shit.
if you had
It's tremendous. Get some. You know, that American pie.
if you had picked 2, right? It says because if you pick 2, it says no signal, okay? You get a random call from an old woman who's looking for a turkey dinner, and you just tell her you got the wrong number. Now, that's if you pick 2, and it says for 2, it's beginning to rain now. But what makes your journey more hopelessly depressing is how the only passerby you see in 40 minutes never even stops for you. It was a lady, however, so you can understand her fear.
Yeah.
Still, she didn't even so much as stop and ask if you might need help. So there you go. 40 minutes. The only person who passes by.
No. You know what the thing is?
Right.
Like when the wheel fell off my truck.
Mm-hmm.
You know why I told my mom I didn't care, I was going to leave it there. You know why I started walking? You know, I knew
Mm-hmm.
how long it would take before somebody pulled up and was like, David?
David?
I knew.
Right.
I knew I was going to get... That's because...
Right.
And sure as fucking, like this lady picked me up. Because she sees me every day.
Mm-hmm. So
Like,
you
David.
lucked out.
No, the
You
thing
lucked out.
is I knew it was a matter of time. Because, you know, they always, like, everywhere I go, David?
Mm-hmm.
So if they see me walking with a 12-pack, they be like,
right.
that's David.
Yeah.
So they be like, what are you doing out in the middle of nowhere? And I'm like, well, shit's fucked up right now. I'm trying to walk
Right.
home, and they're going to give me a ride, you know. But that's
Right.
because I'm nice to them.
So, here's what happens.
But it's just wild. Like, you know, that's kind of, but that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's
very
a
good. You
thing.
lucked out.
No,
Yeah.
that is a good thing about
Yes.
living around here, man. Like, people really...
Right. They're more friendly though.
Well, they're very social.
Yeah,
you know.
they are.
And,
Everybody
you know,
knows
I
everybody.
Like, no,
Yeah.
like I said,
They do.
Like, they's cool people.
Now,
man.
if you had picked 4, here's what would have happened. This is when you texted your ex and
Oh,
told her what
fuck.
happened and all this, and
What
and then
happened?
she calls
She told
you
me to
up
go burn in hell.
and she's telling you, she don't believe you. She don't believe. So 4, you deeply regret ever calling that woman.
I told
She
you,
is
you gotta
pissed.
talk to the kid, man.
On top of that, now you have a stray dog stalking you.
Mm.
He's been following you for 5 minutes now and looks incredibly hungry and skittish. You get an overwhelming sense of paranoia, so you try not to look back, and yet you can't help but glance at the dog. So that's a little ominous. Weird situation.
You gotta confront that dog.
Right. Yeah,
With a
you'd have
stick.
to.
If you got
So-
to, you gotta have a stick, though, because you
Now-
don't know, it might have rabies or something.
So because you picked 3, and you declined the man who wanted to give you the lift, because he's high out of his mind and he's a little cray cray. You don't want, yeah, you don't.
Yeah, you say cray cray.
Yeah.
No.
So,
Oh my god.
So here's what happens
I'm scared of him.
with you.
He sounds like a rapist.
So it says, "Do you get home?" Question mark.
Motherfucker,
So let's
I'm
see what
getting
happens. You picked 3.
home. I'm getting home.
So, after 2 hours of being ignored by every passerby, you start to wonder if maybe the fucked up guy would have been a better choice to hitch a ride with after all. You eventually get a text from the son, which reads, "Mom says call her. God damn it, that fucking tattletale." So he told on you. He told on you. Damn it.
Man, I was gonna get you
All
baseball
right.
tickets. I was gonna take you to Disney World. All that shit's over.
Yeah.
All that
It's
shit's over.
over.
It's
over.
going for your child support, bitch.
Right.
I was gonna take you everywhere, but
All
not
right.
no more. No, you a rat. All that's over.
So,
All that's over.
if you had-
I had plans, man. I thought we were homies. I thought we were. I told you we was going to Disneyland.
yeah.
We was going to Coney Island, and then you rat on me. All that shit's over.
Right.
Because
right.
all that money's
Yeah.
going to your fucking child support, you bitch,
All
and your
right.
school supplies and
Yeah.
all that shit. You little bitch.
Now,
I don't want to talk to him. I'm
If
just
you
gonna
had-
pay the bill.
if you had, you want to know the other,
He's a snitch.
The
He
other-
takes after her.
You
I
wanna
know
know
this motherfucker.
the outcomes of the other
Man,
choices.
I would have you fucked up, man.
I know. All right. So he bailed on you.
God.
He just bailed on you.
Damn,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You can't trust your own son.
Hell no. Now,
Shit.
here's what would have happened. It says if you had picked one, right, and your phone was dead, and you started to go on foot, and you went off road, and you found the duffel bag, remember? With the parts in it, the body part. Ooh. Now, if you had picked that number, it says, at some point along your journey, you catch a lift from a kindly couple once you get back to the road. You decided to keep the journal if you encountered the tent, which your choice would have been the duffel bag. So.
Yeah,
The couple offers to take you back to your house or to your ex's. So you decided to go back home. So if you decided to go back home, here's what would have happened to you if you chose one. Once you get back home safely, you find out your Dodge doesn't even start. The battery's dead. Way to go. You came all the way back home for nothing. And the kid has probably burned your ex's house down by now. So, yeah, you took the long way, but you got a lift. They brought you back to your house, and your Dodge is dead. So there you go. Now, if you had picked two and you decided to go back to your ex's instead to check on the son, here's what it says. Here's what this little bastard did. That's if you picked two for number one. Just as you feared, no sooner do you get into your ex's house and the entire living room has been turned into a fort. There are chips strewn across the carpet. The television is on full blast. As you stand there and
Man,
witness
that sounds awesome.
the destruction, you suddenly fall backwards into the front door after having been hit in the head with a basketball. Now you and the son are in big trouble. Fuck, you say. So that's it. That's if you picked one. Alright. Now, if you had picked two from the start, and let's remember here what two was. Let's go back. This is when you had no signal. You got the call from the old lady about the turkey dinner and everything. Everything went to shit. So here's what happens. By nightfall, you happen to get a call from your ex. You tell her what happened, and she can tell by the anguish in your voice that you really are suffering out there and you're not lying at all. She calls for help. Her brother will be on the way to find you and pick you up. So that's if you had just decided to take the long journey alone. You just say fuck it. you can't get a signal. Nobody's gonna stop for you. Remember the lady passed you by?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, and you're in the rain. You're in the rain.
Well, You
All
know,
right.
it's important sometimes. You know how far I've walked?
Mhm.
No, it's literally, I walked or rode a bike. You know, I have walked
Yeah.
for so many miles.
Yeah.
Because if I want to go somewhere, because, well, what happened was, um, me and my friend, like, I wasn't that fucked up. Well, I was fucked up, but had good composure. But Jeffrey had a low tolerance, and he fell over, and he noticed we was fucked up.
Mhm.
But Jeffrey couldn't hold himself, you know. But I always been able to control myself,
Mhm.
even if I'm fucked up. But
Of course.
Jeffrey's one of those guys that just could not.
You got self-control. Yeah.
And I was fucked up, but he was just out of control. And
Right.
my dad took my car keys because he said it until I get my shit together. So I said, okay, that's fine, but
Mhm.
I'm going to Abbeville. He said,
Right.
but you're not driving. I said, no, that's fine.
Right.
I
Right.
pumped up the tires on the bicycle and I put a Bob Dylan cassette tape and I
Yeah.
put my
You
headphones
did it.
on and I said, I'll be
Yeah.
back whenever.
Yeah.
For days.
Right.
I would just drive that
Do it.
bicycle and I'd drive for miles up and down those hills.
Mhm.
I would travel on foot.
Do it.
But
Just do
when
it.
I was a kid, we would travel on foot for
Right.
miles.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could walk as far as I want.
I
I
did it
always
all the
travel.
time. Right.
But yeah, man.
All
But I
right.
remember that was 15 miles. I would listen to Bob Dylan cassette tapes
Mhm.
on a Walkman on this fucking bicycle, and I would just drive up and down those fucking hills.
Right.
And I would
So.
carry paintings with me because there was a place up there that would hang up my paintings.
Right. Well, let's see. Because we got to move on here. We're almost done. Now, that was 2. And you know what 3 is because the boy told on you. He told on you. And 4. Last one. This is the option where you called your ex, you told her, you confessed what happened, she didn't believe you, and then you had to find out the hard way. Yeah, this isn't gonna work.
God damn.
Now, and you end up having this weird stray dog starts following you. Okay,
Man.
so here's what happens with that. Here's what happens. As creepy as your canine companion may be, he hasn't made any move yet. He doesn't look that friendly, however, so you're not taking any chances. The longer you travel, and the longer this dog follows you, a profound sense of futility hangs over you like a cloud. At around 7:30, a pickup truck speeds up the road, and your dog just stands there right in the middle of the road, trying to feast on a dead raccoon. Do you chase him out of the road, or do you keep on walking? So you have a choice, 1 or 2. Pick 1 or 2.
1.
Chase him. So you decide to chase him. It says, this dog is so stubborn. He tries to drag the animal carcass with him, but you persist with scaring him away. You won't leave the dog alone until he's safely out of the road, but he doesn't let up. The truck comes to a screeching halt just before you're both roadkill, and for that, you not only save the dog, but get a lift. There you go. Now, if you had picked 2 and you just kept walking, and you didn't try to scare the dog, it says, that sounded god-awful. You could hear the bones crack and everything. Poor dog. What's worse is the guy driving the truck just drove off, perhaps out of fear of being witnessed by you. Well, so much for getting a ride. Better keep walking. And that's that. But I like your choice. If that is what you chose, number 4, and you went with chasing the dog, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that says something, though. Like you said, that you got to confront that dog.
Well, my dad told me the story when I was a kid. a long time ago. He had a friend that was a Native American,
Right.
and it was an old story,
Mhm.
but they was going to work and they went to the city, but
You can take back now.
a man stepped out in front of a car and he ran and pushed the man out of the way and took the hit
Yeah.
from the car, and he pretty much committed suicide just to save his life.
Yeah. Wow.
But he witnessed that
Yeah.
because he actually sacrificed himself just
Yeah.
for somebody else's life.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
But that's incredible.
I know. When I was 5 years old, I told my mother I would do that. But
Yeah,
I said that I would. I wasn't even
you
afraid.
should. That
And-
should be an option.
But what she said to me is, she says, "Well, that's very sweet of you, Kendra."
No,
but she
but
said
that
I would.
should be an option, and I would do it
Yeah.
for anyone.
But she said, "I hope it wouldn't come to that, because you got to remember, this is her
No,
daughter."
you don't want to, but
Right,
shit, that's
you know.
the case. I'll take it, motherfucker.
Right.
Because that's
Yeah.
how hard we come.
And it didn't scare me.
But
it
that's
doesn't.
that's a warrior.
Yeah, it
That's a
doesn't scare
warrior,
me. To this
man.
day, I do it.
Man, that's a proud man.
Yeah.
That's a
Damn.
warrior.
Yeah. I like
And,
that.
yeah.
Though. Yeah.
And I always wanted to be that bold.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Right.
I'll take it all.
Hell yeah. Because I don't know. I mean, I can't answer for anyone
Yeah.
else, but
I can't neither, but I want to take everything.
I think to myself about how
I want to feel it all.
the person that I save, how that person gets to live another day, gets to have another opportunity, gets to have happiness, gets to maybe have a family or whatever, or do whatever they want to do,
and I'll
right?
die for it.
Yeah. That is something I would die for. I would
Yeah.
die for that. Any
Yeah,
day.
Absolutely. Anybody should.
Yes. But like you said, maybe that's the problem with people, is they don't have
They're
that kind of
selfish.
compassion. Yes.
But that doesn't mean I have to be.
That's right. That's what, yeah.
And boo,
Yep.
fucking.
That's right. And
Do you kiss your mother with that mouth?
and let's go back to what my dearly departed grandmother once said. She said to me, people are very unfair. She said, this world is very unfair, but she said, that doesn't mean you have to be.
No.
That lady
No.
was incredible.
That's
She
why,
was.
That's why, man, I like doing the free magazines
Right.
and sending people stuff, because
Yes.
in these rough times, man, it's just fun. It's nice.
It's fun. It's something
It's
to laugh
nice,
about.
man.
Yeah.
It's something,
Something
so,
to laugh about, something to think
It's
about.
something just to.
It's nice.
It's nice.
And to giggle at. Something to
yeah,
giggle at.
man. It's just
Right.
nice, crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
Because we gotta
And-
have fun.
Take something dark and laugh about it. Find humor in it. Because it's funny. It can be funny if you make it funny.
Yo.
Yeah.
It's that YOLO shit.
Yeah.
It's the YOLO.
You only
You-
live
you-
once.
You only live once,
You only
bro.
live
You got any more games?
No. I'm done with
You
the
all
game.
done?
I'm done with the
Alright,
game.
well, shit, you know what? I had some shit, but I don't want to talk about it.
Why? Why? Now I want you to talk about it.
Oh, fuck.
Now I want you to talk about it. What is
I
it?
didn't want to, but
I wanna know.
I was reading shit.
Okay. What do we got?
The future may entail, if not vaccinated, you could lose your job, then not get unemployment. This is how cannibalism starts. What they're saying is,
Mm-hmm.
there's a possibility if you're not vaccinated and you lose your job because you refuse
Mm-hmm.
to get vaccinated,
Yeah.
you won't be able to get unemployment.
Oh.
And I said, this is why this is how cannibalism starts.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
And the Biden infrastructure
Right.
would require cars come with fuck it, I don't even want to talk about that.
Okay. All right.
But the other thing,
That's okay. Well, it's interesting you mention that because in theory, they would have to pay you if they fired you, but now they're
No.
making it. Now they're making it so that they can't.
no,
Wow.
no, you know what? I don't give a fuck.
Right.
It's just a nightmare.
It is. It
It's
is.
a goddamn nightmare.
Right.
And I've lived in a nightmare since 1984.
Right.
My whole goddamn life has been a fucking nightmare.
Right.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Because I'll roll.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean,
I'll overcome every obstacle I've
Sure.
ever been forced into. I'll do it again.
and again.
And again.
And again.
And again. And
And again.
again. And again.
That's what we do.
That's what we
That's
do.
what we do. Yeah. So do something about it. That's what I gotta say. Yeah, do
just
something
Be
then.
yourself,
Yeah.
man.
Right.
And
But
don't let
if
nobody,
right, if
don't
people
let
got a
nobody put you
problem-
down, man.
Right.
You got something to say it.
right.
And, you can't let nobody lock you down. Don't let
No.
nobody put you down.
No.
You're beautiful.
Yeah.
Just be yourself.
Hell
If
yeah.
it ain't hurt nobody, it ain't nothing. Just don't be no square.
Right. And here's what I'll say. This is what I will say. I want right.
Come on. You got something to say. Down.
This whole situation that we're in, and I don't have to throw out names and terms, none of that. You know what I'm talking about. Automatically, you know. This whole situation is tragic. It is tragic. And yes, it might even be worse than things that we've seen throughout history. This might even be worse yet. We don't know. Yet. However, I'll say this. You have to find it in your heart. You have to find where you stand, what you're living for. Really think about what you're living for. Is it important? What is important? What is not? And then you're going to have to go from there. Everyone has to do that. All of us. You, mister, me, everyone. You got to think right now what's very important to you and stand by it. And then say, I'll be goddamned if anybody tries to get in the way of that. And they can send tanks. And they can send guns. And they can come get me, motherfucker. But I love my cat Tobias. And I love my grandmother. And you can't take them. And you can't take me either. And there you go. Thank you, folks. There you go.
Woo! The hot fire of the Kinder Farm.
Yeah.
The specialist and the documentarist.
Passion.
With
We've got
passion
We have passion.
of the Lord.
And that's what you need. Is that the song of your tribe? Is that the song of your tribe? Right.
Oh, yeah.
And folks,
That is legendary.
you're also going to understand.
I told you
You're
it
going to
fixed
know.
the sound.
Automatically, you're also going to know what I mean by this. It's the final countdown. It's the final countdown. It's the final countdown, so you better start thinking about what's important to you. It's the final countdown. Yeah. Look at that majestic gleam in your glasses. It's got.
You
So funny.
motherfuckers!
So funny.
It's
Okay.
so funny. It's so funny.
It is.
It's so funny.
Yeah, maybe it
It's
is.
so funny.
Maybe it
Hey.
is funny. Maybe it is.
Maybe it is, and I love it.
Yeah, I love it
Sanford,
too.
what
Yeah,
you
what is he
doing
doing?
behind that bed?
What is he doing? What is he doing? Sanford, what are you doing? No, he's just gonna say nothing now.
What do you
He's
think?
gonna say nothing.
Whoa. What time are we at?
We are at an hour and 43 minutes? Hour and 43 seconds.
You want me to do the piano,
Now it's
please?
an hour and 51 seconds. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, you gotta move it around. No, you gotta move it. No. You messed it up.
What are you talking about?
You messed it up. You gotta move it. You gotta move this around.
I'm sorry. I see what you mean.
David Graham.
Oh, I forgot we were recording.
I forgot. We were recording.
I'm sorry.
Well, folks, it was a good run. I mean, I don't know when you were born. You might have been born in 62. You might have been born in 92. You might have been born in 84. But I just want you to know it's a lot of the things that happened in this lifetime were very absurd and confusing. And it was filled with a whole lot of monotony. I mean, you pass by the same things every day. You know, you go and
I
shop
love
at the
it.
same places.
No, it's never the same though.
Right.
Every day you pass, there's another crack in the wall.
Yeah.
There's another dent. There's something decaying, and there's
Right.
something growing at the same time.
That's true.
So
Very
it
true.
really doesn't bother me
No.
because at the same time everything's falling apart. There's something growing.
Right.
But it's how you grow your future
Mm-hmm.
is what's most important.
Right.
And I really encourage it to start mentally.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, you gotta set an example.
Right.
You know,
You
I'm
do.
not carrying nobody's weight. You
No,
know,
no.
like that's why I might come off like an asshole. But
Right.
sometimes people admire your style and they want to pick up on it.
Right.
Maybe that shows them a way, and you give them a book or something. You know.
Right. Right.
But you know, I'm just working what I'm
Right.
working with, you know, and I've been studying for a long time
Yeah.
because I always stayed in the library. I
Right,
did
right.
my studying.
But folks, what I want you to know is this, you know, there were so many things in this life that were not always that great, but you had wondrous moments too. You certainly did.
You fuck up.
And we
man.
had a lot
We
of
all
joy
fuck up.
and a lot of pain and a lot of sorrow and a lot of boredom and a lot of
Yeah,
a lot of
man,
being
man.
crazy every now and
Yeah,
then.
but you know.
But you had to be.
But you gotta learn a lesson, you know.
Right.
You got to learn the lesson.
So the way I will view going into the unknown, this is how I think it may happen. I'm not saying this is how it will happen. I'm saying this is how it may happen for me. And it might also happen for you too. So let's just think about this. When the tanks roll in, if they do, I'm going to stand in front of them. And I'm going to think of, you know those little lights? You know the lights, the switch
You know what,
on, off? You know the on-off switch?
You're gonna stand in front of them. Do you know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah, what are you
I'm
going to do?
gonna steal one of them.
You're going to steal one? I'm going to stand in front of the one
I'm gonna jack
that...
somebody up, steal
Right,
their
okay.
fucking
Sure, yeah,
credentials,
okay.
dress up
I'm gonna-
I'm gonna get in that fucking tank,
Right,
and I'm gonna
and I
have me a
just-
fucking tank.
Right, and I'm going to stand in front of the one that David steals. And I got two options. On or off. On or off. Just like a switch. On, off, light is on, light is off. And I got an option right now. I can continue to just stand here in front of this tank that David hijacked.
Just take the tank.
Or just run.
Take the tank.
Take the tank. So you want me to take a tank with you?
Take the tank.
Yeah, but my real question is this. Do you have the balls to run me over? Tune in next week. Bitches.
If you're that stupid.
No, I'm not really going to do that.
No, I'd run.
Okay. I respect that. I could respect that, but no.
I'm running.
I think stealing the tank is the
And
best
I'd blame the government that told me that
Yeah.
I could drive this tank. But if I stole the tank,
Right.
I wouldn't run you over.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
we're vigilantes. You know?
Wow, okay.
But
That's
if
cool.
I was working for the government, I would, and I'd blame it on them.
Wow, okay.
But if I stole the
That's
tank, I
interesting.
wouldn't run you over.
Really?
That's
Wow.
the difference.
Very different.
Mhm.
Very different.
How do you like those apples?
How do you like those apples, bitches? No, we're not going to stand in front of tanks, everybody. What you really need to do is
You're
give them-
really on thin ice.
give them the
lady.
middle finger. Give them the middle. Give them hell.
Are you
Give them
Are you
hell.
asking me?
Yeah. No, I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. Give them hell.
Give me a beer. That's what I'm talking about.
What? You've had enough, Mister. You've had enough.
Check
Tune
out-
in next
look,
week.
Look,
We're out
I
of
done played this
time.
song. We done.
We're
man.
out of
We're out
time.
of time. We
All right,
did everything
everybody.
I could. You like that monster beat? That
Right.
monster sound in the beginning? Man, I came in hot. Tell me I didn't come in hot.
Whether you stand in front of the tank or steal a tank, we got nothing but love.
Nothing but love.
Tune in next week, bitches.